Hey guys, so let's talk. This is going to be, I guess, the season finale, the grand finale for my little series, what I've learned from dating thus far, what dating has taught me per se. So I have some thoughts that I've been adding to the past few days and weeks, and I now have a boyfriend as of the 26th when we became like quote official, when he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I'll share the story of how we met as well, side note. But yeah, because of that, and until I'm single again, if that's the way that the universe works, if that's what the universe wants for me, if that's what happens. Anyway, for now, this is the season finale. And I've learned in relationships, never get your hopes up and don't get too excited because you never know what can happen. And it's important not to get too attached to anybody, to any people, to anything, to anyone. Like, you want your headspace to be so safe where you're secure in yourself by yourself. You don't need another person to rely on to have, you know? Okay, so my feelings I had for you left out the door. Um, that was what happened when I met my now boyfriend, Steven. So my feelings for my previous ex, not like they've been replaced, like they're now elsewhere, but they're dead and gone. They're in the past. I still care about him. We don't talk anymore, but I still have good hopes for him. Like, I hope the best for him. I wish him well, but that door has closed officially now, and I can move on. I feel like I can really finally move on. And it's been like a year since we officially broke up, and so I've had this year, this timeline to really process and to grow and to stretch. And here's something else. This is going back to not even really an ex. I've only had technically two exes, like more steady boyfriends. Other ones were just like playing games. And quote, we were in a relationship. So there was this one guy who I was in a relationship with, and he was a difficult person to be around. I don't know why I stuck around. And I was with someone who told me that I had to get him to come a certain number of times before he could call me his girlfriend. And I tried to get him back by sleeping with him after we broke up. That's terrible. That's a mess. Don't ever put yourself in that scenario, in my shoes, because it's a terrible thing to have. And he was just playing games, and he just loved sex. And somebody else who I was interested in, same thing. He was a very sexualized, sexual being, and I think I have a high drive, but I can't commit to that. I can't make that happen. I can't work with that. That's just too much. So if boys are playing games, they're using sex as like a toy or a tool, just run now. It's not worth it, and you're gonna feel like an object. You're gonna feel like you're used. You're gonna feel unhappy, like they don't appreciate you. Like, it's just a mess. Um, Love is so hard because they could leave you in an instant. And I wear my heart on my sleeve. I give my all. I'm all in. I really do commit to the person. I love the person. I adore the person, and they know that. But it's so hard and so scary at the thought that they can leave in an instant, a snap of the fingers, and they're gone. And that's why I say don't get attached. Like, be so solid and secure and safe in yourself that you're comfortable enough to know that you can let them go. If they're gone, you're fine. You live without them, you can do it again without them. You know what I mean? Um, I put up with shit. So in the process of from when I broke up to meeting Steven, I've dated around and I've dated other guys and I slept with other guys, and I put up with shit. Like, I've been ghosted, and I did some ghosting too. I've never done that before until the past few months, but I can see why people do it. But I wasn't wanting to talk anymore, so I just stopped altogether. But the shit that I'm talking about, it's like the lack of communication or them just being rude during communication, during conversation, and they would put me down. There was this one guy who was good but not good. He would put me down, and I was confused, and I was all over the place. And so there's that. Here's another thought. You don't have to say yes. Somebody asks you out, you can change your mind, you can cancel, or you can just say no in the first place. You have the right to say no at any time. You don't have to say yes. And my sister told me that a long time ago. She was like, you don't have to say yes to just anyone. You don't have to. And this was when I was in a relationship with my abusive ex, and I just said yes. The first guy who came along, I said yes. And I never took into account that I don't like being around weed. I never took into account that he's actually pretty abusive. Like, you gotta take those red flags and run, you know? Um, and then I got a boyfriend just when I nearly accepted defeat. So I thought I was gonna be not alone forever, or that I was going to die alone per se, but more just like, this is taking forever. I don't know if I take another break, and I did that before. But I met him, and it's been pretty great. And I'll get to our story in a second. I've fallen hard in the past, and I've only had 2 boyfriends, like ex-boyfriends I mean, like 2 that I really loved. And one was really abusive, like with the sex and the assault and the emotional abuse. And then the other one, who I was really close to, the other really like standout ex-boyfriend, just some miscommunication in there, not abusive per se, but just kind of controlling a little bit, which is a bummer, but it's the fact it is. And then he's a good guy. Quite frankly, I'm not used to those. And I have been used for sex. I have been used as a toy. And that's not a good feeling to have for anyone. But with Steven, like, I don't have to walk on eggshells around him, and I've experienced that with other guys in the past. And I don't have to be perfect. I can be goofy. He's a very goofy person. Like, he's goofy, jovial, upbeat, positive. Like, his demeanor is very bright. Like, he's just fun to be around. He's a light. And he's very open and honest, and he shares a lot, and I love that. That's how I am too. And I think we're a good fit. Like, we're opposites in certain areas. And something interesting, he's very outdoorsy and I'm very indoorsy. And so he said that his only reservation with that was that we have a difference in interests. But I think our personalities mesh well, and we just automatically clicked in the first place since the start. And so I think because of that, it outweighs the differences. And I can be outdoorsy sometimes for him, you know? And he's actually growing a beard. I told him that I like beards. Like, we were just talking about, like, what we like in the opposite sex. And he likes long hair on girls. And it's funny because I'm growing mine out anyway. And I told him I love beards, and he doesn't have a beard right now. But he's starting. He's growing it out. He said he's doing it for me. I thought that was so funny. I was like, don't do it for me, do it for you. You know? But let me just see if I said everything. I think I did. So how we met. So there's the dating app Hinge, and there's the other dating app Tinder. There's other ones as well. And I deleted mine, and he deleted his too because we're wanting to commit. But anyway, we meet on Hinge, and it was in March. It was the same day. We started talking the same day that we put Daxton, my beloved dog, down. And of all days, that was the day that we said hello when we started to talk. And then shortly after that, I was like, hey, I'm going to take a break off of dating apps. That's him right now. he just sent me a text. But anyway, so where was it? I'm distracted. I'm thinking about him. So then I'm like, hey, I'm going to take a break from dating just for a time. And he said, okay, here's my number. If you want to reach out to me, if, like, when you're, quote, ready, then I'm here. And so then I go back on Tinder, and I see his profile again. And I swipe, and I find out that we match. And so we technically met on Tinder, but we reconnected through Hinge, or the other way around. We met on Hinge, we reconnected through Tinder. And so then we really started talking the past few weeks, and our first date was May 30th, and we became official on June 26th. And so this is how he asked me to be his girlfriend, a little note. I save all my notes, of course. And I wrote down, like, first kiss, and, like, I'm keeping dates and keeping track of dates, which is kind of cute. It's kind of nerdy, but I like doing that. I have a little journal, like my romance journal. And yeah, so our first date was playing cards at his place, just very casual. He knows I have anxiety, I have social anxiety, and he's aware of that. He's very understanding of it, and I just wanted something kind of chill and quiet to do. So we played FaceTime, we just talked, and he had my favorite band on in the background, Bombay Bicycle Club. We talked about music, and he's always sharing with me, like, new songs that he discovers or he likes and things. And our dates have been just really fun, and I've kept track of all of them. I've wrote about them. And our last date was taking pictures. Actually, he wants to take pictures. Like, he's a good boyfriend because most boyfriends would hate that. So I had some pose ideas, and we even danced in a field, like on the side of a road in a field, taking pictures and making content and some videos. I can't talk. And it was so cute and wholesome. I love this picture. That's Steven under there. And he's just a really good guy. Like, I found a good one. So yeah, I'm just thinking about it. It makes me smile, makes me so happy. But he's been really, really good to me. And it's only up from here, I think. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, he's going to help me with my AC because my AC in my apartment is out. And so he's going to bring, like, a little unit one. He's going to set it up here, and hopefully that works out just fine. But yeah, I'm really happy. Like, I know I don't need him, but I like him and I want him. And that's a good feeling to have. That's a good place to be in, you know? And you don't want to need a person. That was really bad English. But yeah, I'm feeling good. And I hope you're well. And I hope that your dating journey, if you're dating or if you're with somebody, I hope that it's exciting and safe and fun and easy. It won't be easy all the time because people are hard, but I think it will be good. And I'm gonna take this and run with it. You know, I'm gonna see how it goes. So yeah, I guess that was all I wanted to really say. Okay, bye.